Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Marcus and we are back with another episode of Mark Us on Top. Today, this is actually the 20th episode of Mark Us on Top, so it's kind of like a Jubilee episode kind of thing. And for that, I decided that we finally had to get back to using some ground teams, since for the last couple of episodes, like, I don't know, the last 7 or so, I have been using Kyogre. But today I will be using the team that Yuree VGC, or also known as Pokemon Zone on Twitter. I will leave all his stuff in the description. He won the Innsbruck Regional with that, the most recent European Regional. And since he also got top 8 at a Regional and 2nd place in Lyon in the 2015 metagame, he's currently the 1st place in CP ranking. So yeah, he kind of stole my crown, or the crown, from Joseph Richardson, who is also above me right now. So yeah, those guys are above me in CP right now. And we're using this team. He also wrote a report on Nugget Bridge. Definitely check that out. As I said, I will also leave his Twitter in the description. And yeah, he allowed me to use his team, basically. Gave me some small insight in how he decided to use it. And we're going to meet Pado, Team Arcanine once again, from Italy, with a rating of 1780 something. So, Pado was featured on this channel twice already, I believe, and both times he unfortunately lost against my choice pick Xerneas. I think once it was in an episode with Wolfie, and once in like a regular Marcus on Top episode. So he's definitely out for some revenge. I saw his name like quite highly on the rankings for quite a bit of time, so he's definitely pretty good in this metagame. Also, it looks like he's switching things around a little bit. He was like using Groudon Xern, I think, the past 2 times I faced him. But now he's here with a dual primal team. Definitely that's also something I want to feature on the channel in the future. But yeah, let's see how Yuree's team is going to work first. So right here I do think that leading off with Yveltal can be pretty nice, since it will outspeed both his primals, and it has Snarl to reduce the damage output of the Kyogre, for example. And yeah, so that is something that could help us here. I do think we probably want to have Talonflame in the back for that pesky Mungus. But I'm not really sure what we would want to lead. Thundurus unfortunately does not have Taunt, so that is not an option really. We could just go with Kangaskhan, I think, and then in the back let's have Talonflame, and I will just go with Groudon, even though I know that his Bronzong will most likely have Skill Swap to reset the weather and to give Levitate on his Groudon, which would mean that our Groudon cannot do as much work. If we can somehow prevent Trick Room from going up, then we should have positions where Groudon can deal massive damage to my opponent's team. So he's just leading straight off with Bronzong and his Groudon. So if we had like Taunt Thundurus, that could have helped, though then again maybe his Bronzong is also carrying that Mental Herb that a lot of people have preferred to use on their Trick Room setters, as Taunt is still a really valid choice, even though Thundurus kind of died down a little bit and is not used as often anymore. Other mons, such like, I don't know, Leopard carry it from time to time, Gengar as well, Thundurus if it comes out too. So yeah, Metal Herb, you have to watch out for that. So I'm actually not entirely sure how much damage Dark Pulse from this Yveltal is going to deal to the Bronzong, but we are Life Orb, so I would just expect this to knock it out, to be completely honest. So we could just go for the Fake Out and Dark Pulse. But maybe he's clogged to survive exactly that, but let's see. I'm not entirely sure how this will work out, as I'm not 100% familiar with the damage calcs of Life Orb Yveltal, but I would expect this to deal a lot of damage, unless of course my opponent has the Colbur Berry on their Bronzong. But no Protect coming out here, so we will be able to get off this Fake Out onto the Groudon, and that Dark Pulse on the Bronzong. So let's see how much that is going to do here. As it just picks up the one-hit KO, nice! So, I'm guessing, Life Orb probably coming in clutch here, or my opponent not expecting Yveltal to have Dark Pulse, since, of course, there's like a lot of other options that Yveltals usually carry. I mean, there's Sucker Punch you can have alongside with Snarl and Foul Play, for example. Oblivion Wing is also a pretty neat choice. But Yuree specifically said that he wanted to have Dark Pulse for the consistent damage output, even against like special type attackers where Foul Play wouldn't do as much damage. And so yeah, he decided to go with an all Dark type Yveltal. But instead of going for like Black Glasses to make use of that, where he can boost all his Dark type attacks by 20%, he opted to go for the Life Orb because he said that I don't know, I think you get some one-hit KOs, for example, with Foul Play on Mega Rayquaza and something like that. So yeah, that's why he's running Dark Pulse. And as you could see, that really helped us out just there, as we could prevent the Trick Room from going up. And that definitely puts us in a very good position. So my opponent brings out his Kangaskhan right now. So he's probably going to look to fake out our Kangaskhan right here and dish out some damage with Eruption, probably, if he has it. So I'm thinking about just protecting Yveltal and switching into Talonflame. That is something we could do. Or we could just Snarl to decrease the damage output from potential attack. But then again, maybe he doesn't even have it. Sorry, maybe he doesn't... Please, put it in. Maybe he doesn't have Eruption since he's a Trick Room build, so maybe he's just physical. But yeah, let's see how much Foul Play is going to do. That should do a lot of damage if he is indeed physical. So, yeah, he goes for the Fake Out, let's hope. Oh no! I timed out and I went for the Fake Out instead of the Low Kick. Yeah, that probably would have just sealed the game right there. But I timed out there. Oops. As my opponent goes for the Low Kick, yeah, that definitely would have sealed the game right there if we get off the Low Kick. As that looks like it's Adamant Kangaskhan actually. He picks up the easy one-hit KO. Yeah, I really should have typed in quicker, as that would have been the victory right there, and the Fire Punch coming out. So yeah, it's a physical variant, and Yveltal, fortunately enough, hangs in there. So yeah, we will live to see another day. But yeah, our opponent's Kangaskhan probably has Sucker Punch to just KO us. Yeah, if he has Kyogre in the back, we definitely want to bring out our Talonflame right now. Yeah, sorry for that, I really shouldn't have timed out. But oh well. So maybe he predicts us to go for the Sucker Punch onto his Groudon. And that would mean that we could pick up the KO here on his Kangaskhan with anything really. We could go for the Snarl and the Flare Blitz. Yeah, I think that should work out. Oh no, we are not Life Orb. I forgot that. We're not Life Orb on the Talonflame, as this Talonflame is actually Sharp Beak, since Yveltal has the Life Orb. So Flare Blitz probably would not KO him. But yeah, I think we're going for it anyway, predicting him not to go for the Sucker Punch, but maybe the Double Edge or something like that. And let's hope he doesn't switch out into his Kyogre. But he withdraws his Groudon, and that's probably going to be his Kyogre. And then our Flare Blitz won't do anything. Yeah, there's Kyogre coming out. So we probably just lost this game on timing out and going for another Fake Out instead of the Low Kick on his Kangaskhan, because yeah, then we could have just gone for Brave Bird and any attack to knock out everything. But oops, that happens, I guess. So yeah, Primordial Sea is up right now, and he actually decided to go for the Sucker Punch on top of everything. So yeah, if we went for the Brave Bird, then maybe we could have still made something work right there. But yeah, that did not happen. So, Groudon comes out here. I think we still actually have a chance to win this game if his Kangaskhan is not max speed. And going from the damage it did to my Kangaskhan earlier with that Low Kick, I would expect it to probably be Adamant, since he also has that Trick Room mode. So if we can outspeed him here with Groudon and knock him out before he can do anything to us, then we should still be able to win this game. Unless he has Protect, because he probably wants to switch back his Kyogre right now. And that would mean that we could probably get a double knockout this turn. With... yeah, we could actually go for the Flare Blitz instead of the Brave Bird to do more damage. But then we also do more recoil to ourselves. I think Brave Bird and Eruption should probably be enough to knock him out, even if he goes for a Sucker Punch, for example. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Go for the Eruption and the Brave Bird onto his Kangaskhan. So, maybe we are still in this one after all. But let's see what will happen. So yeah, what we learned from this game is definitely not to time out. I mean, the 35-second timer that is implemented now is definitely something that can throw you off from time to time. And he actually did not go for the sucker punch, and we outspeed him. So we will get off this eruption, and that should knock out his Kangaskhan, obviously. But Kyogre is still pretty healthy right there. Let's see what he goes for. Goes for the Ice Beam. Onto the Talonflame, but if we can survive that, and we survive that, we should still be able to maybe take this game after all. Wow. Since, yeah, he'll send out his Groudon, but that, no way this is max speed, since it was physical, and it could take the foul play from the Life Orb Yveltal even after taking the fake out damage earlier. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this is like bulky. And that would mean that going for Brave Bird and Eruption probably just gets us this victory, despite my epic fail going for that fake out on turn... was it turn 2? Yeah, on turn 2. Nice. So yeah, just getting that one-hit KO on the Bronzong in the first turn with Life Orb Dark Pulse probably just sealed the game right there. As yeah, with those double primal teams, you're heavily reliant on speed control. As you could see, both Yveltal and my Groudon, so my two heavy hitters, both of them outspeed like both primals from my opponent, and yeah, actually getting the critical hit right there. So yeah, I could just deal out the damage I needed to with Foul Play, Dark Pulse, and Eruption, and that sealed the game. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just KOing that Bronzong really nice, and Yveltal definitely a nice mon to go with that. I think Yuree also stated in his report that you can once again check out in the description that I think in the single elimination bracket stage of the tournament, he faced a double primal team that was with Cresselia as the Trick Room setter, and he said that he felt like that was a really good matchup for his Yveltal, as yeah, as we could see in this game, it just outspeeds everything, can really threaten the Trick Room setter, and yeah, just does a lot of damage in general. So now we're up to 1793, and we could finally make our way into the 1800s. I keep saying that for like days, and then whenever I'm like pretty high, then I lose, and then I play like a couple of more games to test out some new stuff, and then I lose again, and then I win some, and then I end up at like the same rating for like each episode for whatever reason. But yeah, I didn't test with this team at all, so whatsoever before this episode. So yeah, that was actually the first game I had with this team. But it looks pretty interesting. I mean, it has like that standardish look from like Kangaskhan, Groudon, Talonflame, but then mixed up with Yveltal and Scizor. So yeah, I really like the look of this team, as we're finding a Japanese opponent with a rating of 1604. And I actually played Yuree with this team in an episode I recorded with Wolfie, where we were using the Charizard and Venusaur team. I don't think that is up on the channel just yet, but that will be up tomorrow, I believe. So you can check out how Ditto, Charizard, and friends could fare against a regional champion. And yeah, this matchup we have right here is just going to be the big six, so to say. I talked to Yuree a little bit about what he can do here in this matchup, because I felt like his entire team is a little bit weak to Xerneas because of how Yveltal is Dark type, obviously, but then he has Scizor, he has Talonflame and Thundurus. But if you're looking like a little bit more closely, then you would realize that all three of those mons, also his Kangaskhan, rely on priority attacks to deal with Xerneas. But yeah, if you have Talonflame next to your boosted Xerneas, then there won't be any bullet punches, no Brave Birds, no Thunder Waves, no taunts, no anything. So yeah, but then he kind of explained to me what he would do against a Big Six team, and we're actually just going to do what he told me to do. That is what he would do in like, I don't know, a first game of the best of 3, because his Scizor set actually has some more tools to deal with Xerneas. But yeah, since I want to try out the way he suggested me to go, I will just do that right here. Though, yeah, he said he can also like mix things up with that Scizor. You can check out the Scizor's moveset in the blog article once again, as it actually is, it actually has Iron Head. So, what I was thinking, that if like you had Smeargle and Xerneas as your opponent's leads, and you have Kangaskhan and Scizor, you can take out the opponent's Smeargle by going for a return, and then Iron Head to hit the Xerneas, because most opponents would expect Scizor to go for like a Bullet Punch, and then yeah, you would be able to redirect that with the Follow Me, but not so much if you have that Iron Head going for you. So I thought that was really clever and really interesting. So my opponent though not opted to go for that Xerneas Smeargle lead, but instead we do see Smeargle and Groudon coming out from my opponent. So we primarily evolved first, and I know for a fact that we are max speed, so we could take the risk here and go for the Earth Power, but yeah, that's always like a guessing game, what will happen if you go for that. My opponent does not know that our Thundurus doesn't have Taunt, so something else we could also do is just protect our Groudon and go for a Thunderbolt onto the Smeargle to weaken it a little bit. But, we could see, yeah, to be honest, we could see the Follow Me and Earth Power play. I think that is a reasonable option. So I will go for the Protect and just Thunderbolt into the Smeargle, and let's see what will happen. So yeah, my opponent could go for that Follow Me to redirect a potential Earth Power, but he actually reveals the Fake Out going onto the Thundurus, and that could be really bad for us. Goes for the Earth Power though, and Moody coming out. So he broke our Focus Sash and he gets the Speed Boost, nice, but the accuracy drops. At least. So I don't think that we have too many more options than just going for the Earth Power anyway. We could switch into Talonflame, but if he opts to go for the Eruption instead, then I'm not sure if we can recover from that, but let's think. He could also just Follow Me and Earth Power. So yeah, maybe switching in Talonflame is a good play after all. But then how do we deal with this Groudon? How do we deal with him? Though he would Follow Me, yeah, you would expect this Thundurus to have Taunt. So I will go in Talonflame and Thunderbolt. Let's hope he doesn't go for like the Dark Void and hits through the accuracy drop. But he actually goes for the Crafty Shoot, wow. So revealing the Crafty Shoot and the Fake Out, that's not something I saw before on Smeargle, I think. At least not in a team that... Did his Focus Sash even activate? I didn't see that. I don't think it did. So yeah, mostly those like Fake Out and Crafty Shoot are used on Trick Room teams, but it does not look like my opponent has a Trick Room option. Unless his Smeargle has the Trick Room. But yeah, that looks really interesting, and I'm not entirely sure what my opponent was going for there. But if he has Crafty Shoot and Fake Out, and does he not expect us, or maybe he's like very slow? I don't think there is a way around setting up Tailwind right here and going for the speed advantage. And then I would just Thunderbolt. I could have also just Brave Birded the Groudon to reduce Eruption's power, but okay, and there he just goes for the Dark Void. Okay, so he was fast after all, and let's see how many Dark Voids he hits at -1 accuracy, both of them. Lovely. So yeah, probably Brave Birding the Groudon would have been the play to make there. But he actually doesn't go for the Eruption, goes for the Flamethrower. And yeah, that will knock out our Thundurus. So let's see, what does Moody give him? Evasionness, yeah, gotta love that. And defense drops. Okay. So I'm thinking I will go in Groudon, protect this turn, probably, and burn a turn of sleep with Talonflame, and then hope that we wake up the next turn. Yeah, that is what I want to do here, I think. We're still scouting for Smeargle's last move, but that is probably just Spiky Shoot, so maybe he doesn't have Follow Me. And there he reveals the Follow Me. Wow, okay, so no Spiky Shoot on that Smeargle. Talonflame is still asleep, and Earth Power is coming out from his Groudon. Speed goes up even more. And yeah, we basically have to just hope that we wake up this turn and get off. Like, we have to wake up and hit the Brave Bird, and then also KO him with our own Earth Power. So let's see if Talonflame can wake up here. And Talonflame is fast asleep, so I think we just lost this game to that Smeargle. Earth Power hits though, so yeah, maybe we... I don't know, even Eruption doesn't really help. I think we just had to hope there that we wake up with Talonflame, and so we just lose here. Yeah, nice. So Earth Power will take out our Groudon, and yeah, thanks to Smeargle, we, I don't know, didn't really have too much of a chance. And I'm not sure if there was too much we could have played differently. I mean, I could have gone for the speed tie against this Groudon earlier, but yeah, I didn't want to play that game. So, yes. We could still wake up crit KO his Mence and crit KO his Groudon. But maybe he just goes for the double protect, so I don't know. Pretty devastating loss in that second game of today's episode against Moody Smeargle. And yeah, I don't know, that's what I was like thinking when I saw the team, that even though like it has like a decent matchup against certain lead combinations, it doesn't have like that one way to, I don't know, like get a really favorable matchup against those big 16, that big 16. But Yuree made it work in Innsbruck and managed to take it all there and win the trophy, of course. So maybe he would have played this differently, and I don't know. But Groudon looks really annoying to deal with this team, as well as the Xerneas too. But yeah, and then just mix in that Smeargle and some unfavorable Moody rolls, and that is that. So Talonflame has to wake up now, goes for the Brave Bird. Let's see if we can at least take out the Salamence with some crits. But it doesn't look like it. And that will wrap up today's episode. Yeah, not too much to say there. Maybe if that Thundurus had Taunt, things would have been a little bit easier, but even then, Groudon is just really difficult to deal with. So my opponent maybe just won this game on like team preview, but Groudon lead really strong here. So nothing we can do, so just gotta forfeit, and yep. That'll be it for today's episode. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thanks once again for Yuree to letting me use this team. And for Fergus Dagger, I will say Jellicent like 5 times now. Jellicent, 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 Jellicent. I hope you like that. See you soon. Bye.